We do not eat crayons. No, no, Guardian. We gorge upon the sweet, sweet tears of those who dare doubt our prowess in battle. We shall focus upon only the battlefront of Endgame PvE today. This means GM Nightfalls, dungeons, and raid builds. And we'll round out our series for all three classes and subclasses, saving the best for last. But starting here with the first build, we have the One Punch Man Void build. The One Punch Man build is designed to dominate mid to end game PvE. With Wormgod Caress, you'll be able to knock out anything in your path with just one punch. This build is all about raw damage potential, and it's unmatched by any other build out there. Wormgod Caress is the only must-have gear for this build, and to really maximize your punching power, we recommend using weapons that benefit from melee, like a 1-2 punch shotgun. For aspects, you'll use Bastion and Offensive Bulwark, and for fragments, Echo of Undermining, Echo of Leeching, and Echo of Expulsion will enhance this build even further. Any barricade will work for this build, but for grenades, Vortex or Void Wall are the best options. For melee, the Shield Bash is a must. You'll want to aim for high or max resilience for increased damage reduction and faster class abilities with as much recovery, discipline, and strength as possible. And while mods are not mandatory, using mods like Melee Wellmaker, Outreach, Melee Kickstart, and Focusing Strike can take your build to the next level. With Bastion and Offensive Bulwark, you'll be unstoppable. The overshield from Bastion combined with the increased melee damage, range, and regeneration from Offensive Bulwark will make your melee chain ridiculous. And with every melee final blow, you'll keep the loop going, regenerating your other abilities faster and keeping the damage coming. And the real game changer, Wormgod Caress. This gear significantly increases your melee damage with each kill, making you a force to be reckoned with. Again, you have to pair this with a 1-2 punch shotgun, and you'll be punching your way through anything in your path. Want to take down a difficult opponent like a champion or a mini-boss? Save your weakening grenade and shield bash for the perfect moment. Weaken them with your grenade, then use your 1-2 punch bash for an instant kill or an easy finisher. And to really maximize your damage, make sure you shoot when sliding, allowing you to shield bash coming out of the slide. So what are you waiting for, Guardian? Join the melee damage revolution and get ready to become the One Punch Man and dominate your enemies in Destiny 2. Next, we have the God of Thunder, our Arc build for today. Get ready to dominate mid to in-game PvE content with the God of Thunder build. Equip the Heart of Endmost Light, the game-changing Titan exotic, and unleash the power of the Arc 3.0 in whatever content that you so choose. Touch of Thunder is the only aspect that you need for this build, giving you the freedom to choose the second aspect that fits your playstyle. And with Spark of Magnitude, you'll be dishing out massive amounts of damage. Storm Grenades and Rally Barricade or Thruster are the perfect combo for this build, and with high resilience and discipline, you'll be a force to be reckoned with. Enhance your build with mods like Elemental Ordnance, Bomber, and Bolstering Detonation for even faster ability cooldowns. The God of Thunder build is simple and effective. Heart of Endmost Light's exotic perk, Overflowing Light, empowers your abilities with each use, increasing damage and regeneration. Maintain a 2x stack by using your abilities whenever they're off cooldown, and with Storm Grenades you'll have 100% uptime on your nades. Roaming Thunder Nades will take out adds with ease, and Empowered Melee will finish off any survivors. Get ready to dominate in solo and team content with the best ad clearing build in the game. Next we have Undying Flame. We're going to unleash the power of the sun with this Undying Flame build, an inevitable Titan powerhouse for mid to in-game PvE content. The goal of this build is simple, to turn you into an unkillable monster. And how do we do that? By harnessing the fire of Solar for 3.0 and the Loreley Splendor exotic helmet. That's right, this build is all about the Loreley Splendor, and it's a must-have. But don't worry, there are no mandatory weapons. Just grab any old solar weapon and you'll see the most benefit from this build. Here's what you need to know about the setup. Soul Invictus is the only aspect that you must have, but for a little extra firepower, Roaring Flames is a great choice in in-game content. As for the fragments, we recommend Ember of Solace, Ember of Singeing, Ember of Empyrean, and Ember of Torches. When it comes to abilities, Rally Barricade is the way to go. Not only does it have a short cooldown, but it also provides buffs for you and your team. And when it comes to stats, all you need is high or max resilience. Now we know what you're thinking. This build sounds too good to be true, but wait, there's more. While no mods are needed for the build to work, a simple elemental well setup can take it to the next level. With Well of Light, Font of Might, Elemental Ordnance, and Utility Kickstart, you'll be the unstoppable. Here's the gameplay loop. It's one of the easiest builds for Titans, and it functions like a dream in all content. The Loreley Splendor exotic helmet is the star of the show, with its exotic perk Cauterizing Flame, creating a sunspot when you cast your barricade or when you're critically wounded. This sunspot gives you the restoration buff, which regenerates your health and shields over time, and it can't be stopped by damage. Ember of Solace increases the duration of this buff, and Ember of Empyrean lets you refresh it by chaining solo weapon kills. With Font of Might from the Elemental Well setup, you'll be increasing your solar weapon damage and maintaining the restoration buff like a pro. So, are you ready to become the Undying Flame? Let's do this, Guardians. And as always, folks, don't forget to like and subscribe if you're enjoying the content. And that'll let me know which videos y'all loving and do more of them versus which ones y'all ain't really riding with, and we can respond accordingly. Now, last but not least, let's unleash the power of Stasis, introducing the Ice Fortress build for Destiny 2's mid to end game PvE content. The goal of this build is to turn your Titan into a Stasis powerhouse with the Hoarfrost Z exotic and to wreak havoc on enemies with high ability uptime. For mandatory gear, you're going to need the Hoarfrost Z to make this build work. And to take it to the next level, consider using a stasis weapon that has a headstone or stasis power weapon for added damage. Aspects Tectonic Harvest is a must-have for the build, and Howl of the Storm is the perfect second aspect to provide extra stasis crystals. For fragments, we'll want Whisper of Shards and Whisper of Conduction as the two that'll make this build really shine. For abilities, use your Rally Barricade to create a wall of stasis crystals and to shatter them with Great Glacier Grenades, which is a very deadly combination for your enemies. For stats, you'll want high or max resilience and discipline as the most important two stats for this build. For mods, it'll shorten your ability cooldowns with mods like Elemental Shards, Utility Kickstart, Grenade Kickstart, and Bomber. And gameplay loop, you'll want to fill areas with crystals and deal massive shatter damage to your enemies. The Hoarfrost Z Exotic's Glacial Fortification perk will replace your normal barricade with a wall of stasis crystals. It'll shatter these crystals for enhanced ability regen, damage resistance, and even a little bit of an overshield. Use the Hoarfrost Z and Glacier Grenades to create a mass of stasis crystals. You can stand near them for increased damage resistance, and even use a wave frame grenade launcher to quickly shatter multiple grenades at once. Use the Elemental Shard mod to turn the shards into an easy source for an Elemental Well build. Unleash the power of Stasis and rule the battlefield with this Ice Fortress build. And yeah, sure, we have all our builds here now for all three classes and subclasses, but are we truly ready to put them to the test against Xivu Arath, the Hive, and Destiny 2's God of War, and the Wild Hive that are attacking humanity and the Traveler?